Mama.
If I would have known then what I know now, I wouldn't have had my little accident. Okay guys, for this look I used a regular water-based face paint. I used the color lime green. I'm not really good with these water-based face paints just because I like to kind of build up my makeup usually, and with these you can't. Once you start trying to build it up, it just wipes everything off completely. But I just did it all over my face and my eyelids too, and then my neck, but eventually I'm going to cover my whole top half of my body with it. Also, the more you try to add, it gets kind of dried up, which you'll see like around my eyes later on. And then I went in with a dark green matte eyeshadow and just started doing the little contours on my neck. I did a little bit under my jaw, and then of course on my forehead. I didn't pay too much attention to my forehead just because I knew I was going to have bangs that were going to cover that. And then after I did my face, I also went down to my neck and kind of just dirtied it up a little bit. I'm not really concentrating on any certain area. I'm just going all over, just kind of dirtying it up. Because if you notice, Miss Argentina, in the movie, she was kind of dirty. Like, even her dress was dirty, and she just, yeah. So I also did my nose too because it's 2020 and she needs a contoured nose. Okay, and then for the eyes, I really didn't take too much time on it. I kind of mixed a medium color, matte purple color, and then a blue color together, and just kind of went in the crease with my eye, with the eyeshadow, and then blended it upward, and then added it to my lower lash line. I didn't really do too much. So first I kind of went in with more purple, but then I noticed that she had more of like a bluish tint to it. So I just went over it very lightly with a little bit of blue shadow, which I showed the colors somewhere in a clip here, but I will also link and list everything in the description box below, so don't forget to check that out. And then for my lid, I used a lime green. It's just a matte lime green color, and I just put that over the lid, so it's super easy. The eyes are super easy. And then I filled in my waterline with a black eyeliner pencil, and then I added also a black liquid liner to the top. And then, of course, I needed some lashes. She's not wearing super big lashes, but of course, I'm going to add some lashes, and I used the Lash Bar LA. And for lips, I used MAC's Cherry Lip Liner with a... The lipstick I used was from Dose of Colors. It's from their Minnie collection. I'm not sure if they still sell this, but I feel like it was the perfect red for this color, for this look. And then I just went back in to paint the rest of my upper half, the green color, and I did go over, she kind of had like a pinkish color bra, and it was like showing, so I just went over my bra as well because, again, she was like all dirtied up. So I did that, and then I'm just going to show you real quick how I did the slits in my wrist. So I'm going to take some liquid latex, and I will link in the description box where you can get this from. So I'm just taking a really thin layer with a brush that you really don't care about, or you're just going to throw away after because it will mess it up. So I'm taking a really thin layer, and you can, if you want the cut to be a lot thicker, you can add like tissue, napkins, cotton, stuff like that. But since I didn't want this to be very thick, I just want it to be very thin, like skin, and especially since the green paint doesn't cover all of it if it's too thick or bright. So usually I apply one layer and then let it dry in between, but I was just rushing. It dries clear. I was just rushing to kind of film it, so I just kept adding it before it was even dry and then just let it dry like that. And it's still not exactly fully dry here, but I just got some scissors and cut a slit all the way through. So I added about, I don't know, 5-6 layers, however many layers you want to add, however thick you want it, and then just kind of open up that slit just a little bit, and then you would paint over with the body paint. And see, again, it's like you want to go, don't want to go too much because it doesn't cover all that much. If it's too thick, you'll see it. So then I took a black body paint and just some regular blood. I think I got it, I don't even know where I got this from, but I just had it in my stuff. So just regular blood, and then I kind of put the blood in first, and then after it went in around the edges with a little bit of black, like dried up. And then when it dries, it kind of looks a little bit better because the blood obviously right now looks kind of fake. But once you start adding the black, it kind of comes together. So I just did that for the slits in her wrist. Okay, and then after I have everything pretty much painted, I started highlighting, and I used a matte yellow eyeshadow, and just to kind of highlight off of that green color that I am, and I just put it all over my chest. And then I did do a little bit on my face, but not too much really. So then after all that, I'm just going to kind of put her together. Since the makeup's pretty much done, I'm going to kind of bring her to life. And for the little sash, I actually made it myself. You can get it already made, which I will link in the description box. I will also link what I used. I just added the little plain sash and then the what is it, like iron-on letters, and I kind of dirtied it up because, again, she is kind of dirty. For the wig, I was using this for multiple looks, so I just got a regular red wig, and then I put it up myself. I just pinned it up how I wanted it, and I also cut her bangs because her bangs are really short and kind of just like all over the place. So I cut the bangs too, and then I wanted it a little bit lighter of a red, so I added a bright red hair paint to it, which is, you don't really need it. I just kind of did it because I had it. And then this next part, I'm still laughing at how I made this, because this little, I don't even know what it is, like robe cape thing that she wears. I literally got this little, it's from the Dollar Tree. It's like in the kids section, Halloween section, the little ladybug thing that they put on their back. I scraped off the little black spots that were on it, and I kind of formed it to how I wanted it, and I got some red sparkly tulle, I think it's called, and I just added it to it, and then I had these little like red gems. I did not know if this was gonna work out when I first got it, but I kind of just went with it and hoped for the best. And I think you can see somewhere right here, I was actually surprised that it worked, and it looked pretty decent, so that's what I did for that. And that's it. I do have a Beetlejuice Halloween video from last year. If you guys want to go check that out, I will link it somewhere right here. And thanks for watching.